Powered by Arkansas, for Arkansas. This is Inside Arkansas Live.
And welcome into Inside Arkansas Live here on this beautiful day in the great state of Arkansas. I'm your host, John Neighbors, alongside Curtis Wilkerson and Andrew Ellis, and appreciate each and every one of you for making us a part of your afternoon. This afternoon, as we are live from Goat Lab Red right here in Fayetteville, 1214 North Garland Avenue, getting ready for a little Arkansas-Kentucky game. I don't know if you all knew this. There's that game tomorrow. It was in all the papers this morning, and it's not any – listen, we love doing shows together as a group, but we always say when we're together in person, not just virtually, especially at a place where you can get food and beer, it's always the best type of show that you could ever have right here.
Yeah, love it. I'm happy that we're back out here. Really cool spot. I see a lot of Razorback gear that's already out here in the crowd. For the most part, people are saving their white for tomorrow. Make sure you dress accordingly if you're going to the game. But this is cool. It's a little bit of deja vu. It makes you think back. It's a full circle moment because the last time we were here, well, it was the Tennessee watch party for football. The time before that, the first time we came here was there it is. I was wondering when that was going to happen. But the first time we came here was before prime time at the Palace. It's when Arkansas did their little dunk contest, their three-point shootout and everything. It was a preview of the season and what was to come. And it was all like optimism. What is this team going to be? What are the possibilities? What do we know about Darius Acuff and Malik Thomas and these freshmen? And now we're 20 games into this thing, and it feels pretty good to be where Arkansas is at right now. So I'm looking forward to this show and for the game.
Yeah, I was fully prepared to do the whole spiel about how we were here to start the season, and now we're here at kind of the midway point. Nice little check-in, but also a very big moment in the season. Honestly, when I think back to that time, things could have gone slightly better. They could have beat Duke. They could be undefeated in SEC play. They could have had no ups and downs whatsoever, but we couldn't ask for much more than 16-5. We have a nice little buzz going into this Kentucky game, and I think we also are okay with how things have played out on the other side. I think we look back to last year when Arkansas was playing Kentucky, and Arkansas was in this spot where they needed a win. They were behind the eight ball a little bit. It's nice to also look back to 1 year ago today and the progress Arkansas has made, kind of the stability you've gotten under Cal, and now you get to be the A side. Now everyone's here to see you. You get to do your version of it. It's going to be hard to have as much fun as we had in Rupp last year, but I think we can come close tomorrow night.
It's what you're hoping for. I mean, listen, you're going to be somebody who's going to be out there getting excited about a particular game like this, especially considering the fact that because what was it, February 1st last year or January 31st?
February 1st.
February 1st, that these teams ended up playing each other and how great it was to see it all go down. And thinking about last year, we talk about the energy. There's energies I feel like it's starting to build for this one. It's like maybe not comparable to last year, but it's still starting to be there really good. And I don't know. I feel like by the time game time comes around, I'm going to hate Kentucky again. I already do, but more so. And I'm going to hate what they did to our guy, John Calipari. The way they treated him when he left, the way they treated our guy, 3J Wagner, when he left, I'm going to start feeling that way and start really having some animosity towards these guys once again.
Yeah, I mean, this is an opportunity this is bigger, I think, for Razorback fans than maybe it is for even Cal. He's already had his moment. That was going back to Rupp, seeing Kentucky again, getting that win. We know how sweet that was for him. And, hey, if Arkansas gets it done tomorrow, he'll feel some type of way about it for sure. But, I think you're onto something there because we were at Rupp Arena for that game last year, and there was just a few red dots throughout Rupp. There were not many Razorback fans who were there to be able to witness that. They've been waiting for this moment. Everybody was mad when the schedule got released last year because you only played Kentucky once. You feel like it just should be a home and home. Why are they not coming to Bud Walton Arena? This is such a great story. We have to wait an entire year to get them in our building. What's going on here? So this is awesome. I think about all the boos that Coach Cal and DJ and those guys got when they were there and getting announced and everything. And instead of booing Mark Pope or whatever, because who cares? He's just a bystander in this entire thing. I hope that the cheers for Coach Cal when he gets announced before the game are through the roof. That's what I'm really looking forward to seeing.
Yeah, not to be dramatic, but kind of going off what you're saying, last year we were in that arena, there was a lot of hate in that building. There was a lot of tension, animosity. It was very hostile, both for us. I mean, people kind of chirping us a little bit. Most were pretty friendly for the most part.
I don't remember that at all. What are you talking about?
But there was a lot of, the boos we heard for Cal were some of the loudest I've ever heard one man be booed inside an arena. 20,000 plus, all combining their hatred together. And not to make it look like we're going to be all sunshine and rainbows tomorrow, dancing hand in hand. But I do think tomorrow feels like a little bit more of a celebration of we're just going to be thrilled. Like you said, we're worried about Mark Pope because we really, it could be anybody over there coaching Kentucky. This is the story of Cal getting another one over on his former team. And we're here to celebrate our guy, and we get to do our fun side of it. Not that it won't get tense and won't get anxious tomorrow if Arkansas falls behind, but I feel like going into the matchup, there's a little bit less anger, I guess, because I think both teams kind of understand the stakes here a little bit.
But the thing is, this makes it great, is that Arkansas is in such a better spot. Arkansas is in a better spot than what Kentucky's in right now. And it feels so good to have that for once, where last year it just felt like nothing was going right. Everything was bad. You didn't understand. People were, remember, I think I went on Feinbaum and he was like, so how do Razorback fans feel about John Calipari? Do they feel like his coaching days are pretty numbered and he's over the hill? It's like, I mean, it's hard to argue right now because he's 1-6. And we know about this great roster that they had. But luckily for everybody involved, it ended up being turned around. And it's just a matter of, don't let this game, if you're Arkansas, be what the Kentucky game was to Arkansas last year for them. Don't let it be the one where it's like, this is the game they turned it all around. This is the game they start feeling better about themselves. This is the game they put it all together. No, I don't like that. Just make this the game to where you end their season. You steal their soul. You completely make Mark Pope regret even taking the job. Like you want to show no mercy to it in front of one of, if it may be the biggest crowd at Bud Walton this year, just go out and do that. And like, I want to leave because the game's at 5:30 tomorrow, right? 5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
And we do Pot at the Palace post game show presented by Bet Saracen right afterwards. After that point, I just want to be like, what a great Saturday. This was a fun Saturday. We have not had many fun Saturdays in Razorback fandom over the past year. So let's make this one a pretty fun Saturday in Fayetteville, in Bud Walton, surrounded by 20,000 of our favorite friends.
Yeah, it would, with everything that's going into this, it would be a major letdown if Arkansas didn't get the job done. It wouldn't kill the season or anything like that, just like it didn't for Kentucky when Arkansas went in there and beat them last year. But you're right, it did completely flip the trajectory of things for Arkansas. Kentucky is not. They're massively underachieving based on the payroll that we know that roster has, the expectations that they had coming into the year, but they're not as down bad as Arkansas was going into the game last year. I mean, they're 5-3 in the SEC. They're not ranked, but they project to be in the tournament and everything. It's just not what people expected. But for me, with Mark Pope, he is the guy replacing the guy over there at Kentucky. John Calipari was the man over there. We know that. And that's not an easy situation to be in. So if Cal goes into Rupp and walks him down in his first year, and then Mark Pope is not able to return the favor at Bud Walton Arena, he's officially John Calipari's son. Like there's no way around it. He's not going to be able to escape that. That's not a fun place to be. I always think about, Ryan Day. He had such a hard time beating Michigan for the longest there. And even when he won a national championship, that very same year that they got that done, they lost to Michigan, and everybody's like, we got to get this dude out of here. He's not the man for this job. Mark Pope's going to be creeping up on that territory if he goes 0-2 against Cal and they have a disappointing season here.
Yeah, as much as we like to, build up these, unfair narratives and storylines, it's just kind of the rules of what you do when you're in a rivalry game. Like if Arkansas loses tomorrow, it's not actually the end of the world. They're not actually done for the season. They'll still have opportunities, but it's going to feel like that. And that's just kind of the rules you play when you have a game with this much stake, this much animosity. And same for Kentucky. It's not going to be the end. Like they're going to make the NCAA tournament most likely, unless they really fall apart down the stretch. But it's not like they need this game for getting their season back on track, but it is going to feel like that for this Kentucky fan base, which is already starting to get a little bit mad. I also think going into this game, there's also an aspect of just Arkansas is playing a team they're better than at home. They're undefeated at home this year. Take care of business and get the job done. Like even if it were Missouri tomorrow, I think we should still, have that same expectation of Arkansas of you're at home, you're in front of 20,000 fans, you whip ass in this arena. That's just what you do. And so I think there's another aspect of that where we're building it up in our heads of like this epic battle between fan bases. The team's got to go out there and take care of business. And they've kind of shown this ability to be a little up and down. You never kind of know where their motivation lies. I hope they have the business version of themselves tomorrow.
I really hope so, too. And again, we're live from Goat Lab Red here in Fayetteville, 1214 North Garland Avenue, which, by the way, we've already announced it to the people that have already been here. But if you are in place here at Goat Lab already, go bother our intern Cameron over here and just give him your name and phone number because we're having a giveaway. Can't say what it is. Some of you know, some of you may not know, but we have a giveaway. So if you would like to be in the running for that giveaway, just go over to intern Cameron right over here, get his name and phone number. Again, he's got great handwriting and penmanship, and we'll make it happen here at the end of the show. But yeah, it just feels like I hate to use it like as this every game's been building up to this game, but that's what it kind of feels like in a way, where it's like, all right, the Oklahoma game, the LSU game, it went according to plan totally, and there was no stress in those games whatsoever at any point in time. But after you got the win, it's like, all right, we're one step closer. We're one step closer. And now I feel like once you get over this hump, I think you get the week off, then you get Mississippi State on the road. I think you go to LSU on top of that. But it just feels like this is kind of like the midway point. It might be realistically the midway point to where you hit this game. It's kind of like your crescendo. Now it's about finishing strong. And each one of these games, it felt like a buildup into this moment. Maybe I'm putting too much into it, but man, it's just you just gotta be able to play your game and not. I don't want these slow starts, man. I don't want to get down by 13 points with 12 minutes into the game. I don't want to have Cal taking timeouts. I don't want to have any of that stuff. Not enough of that. Enough of that against these one-win teams. Let's do that. Let's just go in Kentucky. Let's see a Vanderbilt performance. Let's see a South Carolina performance. Let's see that type of performance where you just get out on front and there's not this nonsense of being down double digits early in the game at home.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And Arkansas, a lot of their struggles have been on the road, but there has been a little bit of inconsistency at home recently. They're just so hard to beat at Bud Walton Arena. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see that Vanderbilt type of performance where they come out and right away how this game is going to go. Even Louisville, and they wound up making a little bit of a run, and it got interesting there in the second half, but Arkansas really controlled that game, set the tone from the very start. But then there was Tennessee, where Cal had to call a timeout, a 30-second timeout a couple minutes in because they got down 7-0, 9-0, whatever it was, and they really had to kind of settle in. But that was the opposite of the tone that you want set. Everybody saw the LSU game. I mean, that's a team that's they're 1-7 now, I guess, in the SEC, and they just got blown out at home by a bad Mississippi State team. They kind of came into Bud Walton Arena and took the fight to Arkansas. And I know it was the snow crowd, but that was a pretty lively atmosphere in there. It was hyped up, and you kind of felt like that's a great spot for Arkansas to come out on fire, and they didn't. So there are some ups and downs. And the weird thing about it with Kentucky is they've been a horrible first half team all season. I think the stat was that they played 14 games against high major competition this year, and they've had a halftime lead in 2 of them, or something. Like it's ridiculous what they've done. And then on the road and in neutral site games, they've been down by at least 15 points in 7 of the 8, or something like that. So it's just wild how they have really struggled to start games. But one thing about Kentucky, so if Arkansas comes out and they build up a real big lead there, don't count Kentucky out just yet, because we saw them down 17 at Tennessee. That's not an easy place to play. They came back and beat them on the road in Knoxville. They were down by 18 to that bad LSU team, but they came back and popped them on a buzzer beater. So they've got some of those weird games where they've been awful, like they don't even want to play in the first half, but then the second half they figured it out and come back and gotten some big wins.
One thing I really like about tomorrow is Arkansas doesn't play a game in the midweek after this. I have that right? I didn't just make that up. Arkansas does not play. They have a full week off, which last year they got the full week off leading up to the Kentucky game and really needed it to kind of reset, refocus. When you're in the regular season, you're kind of going through these ups and downs. You can't really put that much into one game because you got to turn around and get on a flight and go play Tuesday. And there's this kind of grind aspect of it. It's very rare that you have this opportunity to kind of empty the clip. You can just go all in. This game matters. And then you get a week off to kind of reflect, reset, get ready for March and kind of lock into taking that next step. But for Arkansas, they don't have a upcoming game on Tuesday or Wednesday that they kind of have in the rearview mirror here. I think you just get to kind of empty the tank, and especially with the crowd that you're going to have in Bud Walton, there should be no shortage of motivation. There should be no shortage of energy. Leave it all out there on the floor. We'll figure out the rest later.
Yeah, and I'm just also don't want to ever have to – I'm not going to listen to it, but I just don't want to have it to where if Kentucky won this game and we got to hear Mark Pope, go into the Old Testament and start talking about the book of Job and being like, this is why we just were able to battle through because of the trials and tribulations that got hit, or him bringing up, something from Mozart or something. Like I just don't even want to deal with that. And then they put it together and suddenly it's like all these Kentucky media guys are like, we're back. It gets it. This is the type of win. We made the right decision. And then it's just going to be like, this Mark Pope guy, he farts blue, so therefore he gets it, man. He just understands it. I just don't want to deal with that on my own social media timeline afterwards. Like, that might be the biggest motivation, not just losing the game, because that would suck, but just having to deal with that nonsense that Big Blue Nation throws out there constantly. I mean, that's like been the nice thing about it, is at least they've struggled a little bit to where they've been mad. But if they would have been good this year, I'd be wanting to blow my brains out. I'd be so sick of their nonsense of just constantly acting like this guy, just was resurrected on the third day, and he's come in to save the Kentucky basketball program. So that's my main motivation, is I just don't want to hear that nonsense, and as terrible as it is.
It's kind of funny, the ups and downs that they've been having with that, because when they've had some of these struggles this year, they go get beat by 35, in Nashville against Gonzaga, or the other night against Vanderbilt. And everybody over there is like, this dude's shtick is getting old. Like, why does everything have to be so philosophical? I'm just coach the basketball team, man. What are we doing? Why are you crunching all the numbers? Dan, you're driving me crazy. They get so mad about it. And it's like, nah, he's not the guy. You get one win, and then all that stuff is like, wow. That's deep, Coach. We love that, man. It kind of reminds me of Muss, though, in a way, because he would do those pregame skits. He'd dress up like a track athlete or a UPS guy or whatever, and everybody loved it. It was awesome. Man, that's great. Well, he's really engaging, man. We appreciate it. He's got a sense of humor. They started losing some games.
Yeah,
it was cringy. Nobody likes it. Everybody hates it, man, to the point where he just stopped doing it. And it's kind of the same way. I guess that works, in similar fashions everywhere that you go.
Yeah, we kind of do this game sometimes as fans where if we know our team isn't going to play well, we don't put as much stake into the game as we maybe normally would. And you can tell with Kentucky fans, they're not pushing all their chips to the middle. They are, in fact, we've even seen some doing the mental gymnastics of being like, oh, well, we hate Mark Pope so much that we actually kind of hope that they lose so that we can fire Pope. And it's like, no, that's not what you want. You're secretly wanting them to, like you said, turn around, you win the game, and now we get to do this whole bit about, oh, they turned around, they weathered the storm, and Mark Pope's a leader of men. They don't really feel confident that's going to happen, which is why a lot of Kentucky fans are being a little bit more quiet, a little bit more coy, and that will all end if Arkansas loses Saturday. But I do kind of like this aspect where we're all in with this team. We're kind of just riding on the journey to see what they do, and that's going to lead us to a lot of heartbreak and disappointment if they don't live up to the expectations. But Kentucky fans right now are kind of playing that game where they don't even really believe in their team, so they haven't fully invested in this game, and this isn't as big of a deal to them. But, of course, that's going to change if you get a little halftime lead.
Yeah, let's just, again, not even go down that road. Let's not play that game. Let's just go out there and then not worry about anything and then make it happen. Because, like with this, like Cal, he can say whatever he wants. This is personal still to him. Is it as personal as it was a year ago? Maybe not, but it's still personal to him. Like, it still means something to him. He still wants to take care of business. He still wants to beat them. And so my hope is that they're able to do something like that, like just fairly easily, to where we don't have to have some sort of major concern in this. It's like, he's going to say the right things, because if Arkansas blows out Kentucky, for instance, he's going to come out and be like, that's a good team we just played, guys. That's a good team.
Sure.
That's a team. I don't want to play him again. I don't want to play him again.
That's what we call big bro in someone.
Yeah. Like, doing that, he's going to take that whole song and dance. But we all know, in reality, this is a game he does not want to ever lose as long as he is the head coach at Arkansas the rest of the way. And so I trust in Cal, because Cal's always good for these revenge games, motivation games, personal games. I mean, the Rick Pitino game last year with St. John's, of course, the Kentucky game. It's like, just keep that energy. I'd like you to win some other games too that may mean nothing to you, but it would have been nice not to lose those games. But still, as long as you win these games, the box office games when everyone's watching, that's the most important, especially being at home.
Yeah, he loves those for sure. And I know he's not really on social media all that much. He'll get on there and post or whatever. He's not scrolling to get the pulse of the fan base and everything. But I know that he's aware of the consternation over there with BBN. He has to be. He felt that for 15 years. And there's got to be a little piece of him that every time somebody's out there posting, and it could be media members or fans or whatever, they start the thing where it's like, maybe the grass isn't always greener, Maybe it wasn't that bad with Coach. Did we make the right decision? Why did we run him off? Deep down inside, that's got to feel pretty good for him. So if he's able to beat Mark Pope again, that's going to be on steroids over there. There's got to be a level of satisfaction that comes with that.
Well, we joked about it. You remember whenever they asked Cal was talking about Auburn after Arkansas had lost to them, and he's like, yeah, Auburn's a great team. I mean, what'd they do tonight? And then someone said Auburn lost, and you could see the anger in his face, because it's like the narrative I was just about to spin is now untrue. That's kind of the position Arkansas is in, where Kentucky fans are doing this thing where they say, well, no, Mark Pope's a bad hire, but actually we needed to move on from Cal. His best days are behind him, yada, yada, yada. That narrative doesn't work if Arkansas goes to the Final Four. Like, does everyone understand that? Like, if Arkansas is in the Final Four with John Calipari, Kentucky fans all of a sudden lose all that ammo. You don't get to do well, actually, it was really him and not us. It wasn't our fault. Because if Arkansas is in the Final Four, all bets are off, and we're going to be doing our victory lap and doing our dance. I kind of think that's what's at stake here is Kentucky, and Kentucky's going to do it. If they lose on Saturday, it'll be, well, that was y'all's Super Bowl, and we're the brand, and you got up for us or whatever. And it's like, or we're 17-5 in 7-2 in SEC play, and we're one of the best teams in the country, and you're not. Maybe it's just that simple.
We'll continue our discussion here of Arkansas and Kentucky here as we are live at Goat Lab Red in Fayetteville, 1214 North Garland Avenue. I saw someone in the chat be like, is that the Goat Lab across from the Harps in Fayetteville? Indeed.
Is it?
Indeed, it is. It is that one. So come on by and hang out. And again, bother intern Cameron with your name and phone number, and he'll be able to put you in the running for our awesome giveaway, wink, wink, that we're going to be doing here at the end of the show. But want to remind everybody that here on Inside Arkansas Live, of course, we're presented by our real estate expert of Gracie Frizzell of Collier & Associates, our official real estate expert. And she's officially licensed in both Arkansas and in Oklahoma. And she's here to take care of all your real estate needs. It doesn't matter if you're looking for an investment property, game day getaway, land investment, a new home. Gracie is your trusted guide from start to finish. So give her a call today at 501-690-3868. That's 501-690-3868 for any questions on real estate. You can also check out our Instagram at Gracie Frizz. It's Gracie Frizzell of Collier & Associates, the official real estate expert of Inside Arkansas. So also, guys, I'm curious of what the crowd will look like from the Kentucky side for this game, too. I wonder if how many people are going to be making this trip and seeing if there's going to be a lot of blue, because they'll stand out with the whiteout. Again, it's a whiteout, so wear your white. I wish they would have announced that like over a week in advance, because I went to our friends over at Alumni Hall, and they didn't have a whole lot of white left, at least not in my size. So, but still, it's going to be a whiteout, so be sure to wear it all. And you'll have that Kentucky blue standing out. But I'll be curious to see how many Kentucky fans are actually making the trip, actually care more about this game. And, is it good? I think I can go ahead and say that there'll probably be more Kentucky fans at this game than there were Arkansas fans at the Kentucky game a year ago.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you'd only need like a dozen for that to be the case. I mean, Arkansas was so down bad for that game that I'm not necessarily surprised that wound up being the case. But no, I mean, Kentucky, they travel well, so I imagine they'll have a decent contingent compared to other SEC schools that have come into Bud Walton Arena. Like I would be surprised if that wasn't the case. Honestly, they're like notorious for like taking over Nashville for the SEC tournament. I know that's a lot closer, but I imagine they'll have a decent number comparatively speaking. Can we think of a fan base that will have more fans in Bud Walton Arena than Kentucky probably will? I mean, it's not going to be, anything crazy, but it's going to be more than the other teams. It's just kind of what they do. The main thing I'm glad about, you talk about the whiteout and everything, and the blue will stand out if it's in there. I'm just so glad, it's like, oh, they're doing a whiteout for Kentucky. This must be Arkansas Super Bowl. No. The only thing I care about is that they did not do Sharkansas for this. No disrespect to our sponsors. We appreciate
the stupidest thing that could ever happen
when that happens, man.
Yeah,
so,
is that or the Bucks, that old fraternity or whatever, where they wear the purple ties like they did when the Qualls put back dunk, but then they show up on blue when they're sitting there on the air on TV, and I'm like, I hate all of you kids, and I want to punch you all in the face.
Yeah. Kentucky fans that are watching on YouTube, get your lotion ready because you're going to appreciate this. The one issue I do have to admit we do have at the University of Arkansas is a lot of students are not Arkansas fans, and they wear other teams' clothes at Bud Walton Arena. We've seen it happen multiple times this year. We've seen Duke jerseys. We've seen Kansas jerseys. Like, it's just a thing that happens. I imagine there's a few students at the U of A who are just like John Wall fans and are like going to wear a Kentucky pullover. And so that probably will happen, especially with a fan base like Kentucky, which is kind of a national one. Like there's Yankees fans on the West Coast and stuff. Kentucky is one of those where like it's a bandwagon type of thing. So I imagine there's going to be like two students in the student section that are just like rocking Kentucky blue.
Yeah, well, it's like, what was that video, the hype video they put out with Ryan Silverfield when he was going into the crowd? And I forgot which game it was. Was it Louisville?
It was the Louisville game.
And then in one of them, he's got the students wanting a picture with him. He's wearing a Duke jersey. And Ryan Silverfield's like, man, you got the wrong jersey on there. I'm like, find that kid and revoke his financial aid, or like it's like get a scholarship out of there, like put him on academic suspension or something like this. Like that was the most. And I'm like, call these kids out and shame them. Bullying works sometimes, and those kids need to be bullied. So don't do that. Yeah, don't wear a John Wall jersey or oh man, Anthony Davis was a cool guy once, and I met him at an airport, so therefore I don't want to wear his jersey. Just don't even do that. Don't be that person. Just support your Razorbacks and go out there. And I'm hopeful that's the case, and I'm hopeful that it all plays out. And also, too, hopefully they wear the 1994 throwbacks. I know they've been doing it for a while. They've been stuck with them. I'm hoping the Razorbacks actually continue to wear those jerseys.
Yeah, got to make the right decision on the uniforms there for sure. I mean, there might be some former Kentucky players there for this game. Maybe John Wall will be there.
What will they be wearing? You think they'll really just be wearing like NBA streetwear? But
they've got the fashion to uphold there.
If Cal can get a hog shirt on any of those former Kentucky players,
I'm going to go take selfies with them. I don't even know who they are. I'll take selfies with them.
That would be tremendous.
Yeah, they need to just wear purple because was it red and blue together?
Sure. Okay.
Make purple.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I
hope Tyler Eulis doesn't wear that blue suit that he likes to wear.
That'd be a tough look.
Yeah. Just no blue should be allowed. But what we were talking about, like how. Let's just go ahead and address this on the air right now. I'm not hating on anybody, but I don't want to see Malik Monk at this game.
No,
like I'm just telling you, from the Razorback perspective, I get it, Cal. He's one of your former players. You love him. We've seen Marcus Monk at a game, and whatever. Don't just bring in Malik Monk and be like, hey, everybody love this person and cheer for him. I was like, I'm out. I can't do that. I cannot do that.
He planted that seed.
I know, but he needs to stop. He needs to kill it with like bug spray or something because that just doesn't need to happen.
I think he needs to do. I think he's planting that seed for down the road. I also don't think that many current NBA players are going to be able to, like Anthony Black. I don't know where the Magic are playing this weekend, but I don't think he's going to be able to just stroll into Fayetteville, right? Like most NBA players are playing NBA basketball.
Yeah, because the All-Star Weekend's 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, so like that'll be
if those
their
guys
break.
are going to pull up, it's going to be for the Auburn game.
Sure.
Yeah.
And listen, that would be a much more appropriate time if you did not that I'm saying you should bring Malik Monk to the Auburn game, but do it in a random game where you're like, hey, Hog fans, remember this guy or whatever, and maybe we can build that bridge. The Kentucky game is not the time to do it.
Devo's trying to pull up.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
John, did you hook him up?
He never responded because I was asking him, I was like, so how many tickets do you need? And he left me on red.
No, he said 2. He tweeted back at you and said 2.
I did not. I must have him muted then because I did not.
You
get
left
that
him on
notification.
red.
You definitely left him on red because I was like, oh, I guess John must have reached out to him behind closed doors. You did
Whoops. Well, I guess
That's crazy, man.
not. That is crazy. No respect for Devo, man.
Yeah. Now, like I said, if I'm already going to get hate. Now, I've already started a bad thing with a former Hog. I was over here trashing a guy who wasn't even a former Hog. I'm like, I don't want him being here. And apparently, I don't want Devo in here
hates
either.
in-state hoopers, man. That's crazy.
I'm sorry, Devo. I'll have to follow up with you on that one too. So, but yeah, Devo's needing into the game. I'm hoping we have some. Like, who would be kind of the coolest former Hog to have at this game since it's a Kentucky game? I mean, because we see that nothing against the old tried and trues. I mean, we see Scotty Thurman all the time, and we see Corey Beck. I love those guys, but like, who would be like a fun? Would it be Michael Qualls?
I was going to say
Michael
Qualls. It's got to be,
that was
right?
the answer.
Yeah. Like Michael Qualls would be a good one. Mikal Mitchell.
Mikal Mitchell
Because
had a
he
big
had,
game.
Shout out to Makai. He just got selected to join a G League team.
How about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Hopefully
Pro
he gets-
Hogs.
Yeah, if he gets on the All-Star game instead of Bediako, maybe that'll throw him out there and help him out. But I don't know. I'm hoping that they have some sort of honorings for some former players that have been around. I say, yeah, Qualls would be great. Of course, Arkansas went through a stretch. Kiko Hadar,
Kiko Hadar. But Kiko's been calling games. I don't think they're gonna I don't think if Kiko's coming back, they're rolling out the red carpet. I think it would just be like, hey, here's SEC Network Plus. Here's your commentator.
Yeah, that's true. They probably do that, but I'm sure there'll be some former Hogs there. There'll be some because what was it? Which game was it that had Alex Poitras? Which game was
Yeah,
that?
that was the Tennessee game. He was there.
Yeah.
And he was at the Kentucky Vanderbilt game.
Okay.
So he's
Earlier
just
in the
going on a
week.
tour.
I
He's
think-
just
well,
an SEC basketball junkie.
I think
That's
he
what it
lives
is.
in Nashville, but it would be funny
Yeah.
if he pulled up for it.
Yeah, because and what was the guy? It was Reed Shepard was the one that started the controversy last year with the.
Reed Shepard is too busy hitting threes off the bench for the Rockets, so he's not going to be able to make it. But if he were here, he'd be wearing Razorback red for sure.
Yeah,
Somebody said JD Note. I
wouldn't be a
assume
bad
he's
one.
still getting paid to play basketball somewhere.
I mean,
But
I
I don't know
so. I assume so. I think that he was a fun player. What was that game? He had like 30 points and 8 assists.
Yeah.
Or something stupid
Yeah,
like that. Or
at
8
home.
steals.
When Cal walked the team off the floor before it was over.
Yeah.
That was the same game, right?
I'm
It
pretty sure.
was.
I was trying to think. I was like, because what do you have against Auburn? That was not the 30-point game.
No, the Kentucky game was definitely the 30 ball.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm wondering when Cal's going to stop mentioning the time where he got ejected from the game in Fayetteville, and he's like, "And we still won that game." By
I think
the way."
after this game, because then he will now have a new memory in Bud Walton Arena. Early on, that because it was his only like big memory that he could point to be like, the last time I was here, y'all were booing me or whatever. You got to replace it with good memories like this.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Although I guess that was a good memory for him.
Yeah, it was a good memory. It was a good memory in the moment for Razorback fans. It didn't last very long, but it was a good memory in the moment for sure. So, but again, folks, we're live here at Goat Lab Red in Fayetteville at 1214 North Garland Avenue. Come pull up. Appreciate all of you who have come out here and hanging out. Hopefully you guys are all enjoying it. Hopefully you came for the great, content of Razorback talk and not just here for the sweet giveaway. Hopefully you're here to see us and to hang out because that's, got intern Cam. We got Dudley Dawson over here. which, by the way, I'll give $3 to the first person in the chat that can name what team Dudley Dawson is wearing on his sweatshirt, because you're going to have one of 3 options there. But no, we appreciate everybody who's come out and hanging out with us, and it should be a great weekend, a whoopee weekend, if you will. Hopefully that ends up happening this, because again, these tickets are hot commodities. I know that we've been checking ticket prices just kind of to see. I wasn't fearful that there wasn't going to be anyone there. We knew as people were going to be there, but it was a matter of, okay, well, are people jacking up the prices and then going to drop down because no one's buying them? But I mean, it's looking like we could have a 19,000, maybe a 20, maybe flirt with the 20,000 for this game tomorrow.
Should be a big one. We need somebody to step up and buy the entire rows that some of these people have for sale. But outside of that, it's looking pretty promising.
Multiple people are trying to sell entire rows for like $2,000 on SeatGeek, and I'm just like, buddy, what are we doing here? You think someone just 24 hours before tip is like, let me drop 5 racks here and take my wife to the game?
Yeah, and we want the entire row.
Yeah,
like, because that's crazy work there too. But no, I know a lot of people that are coming in for this game. We had somebody yesterday talk about they're flying in from Dallas, and I had somebody tweet at me or DM me yesterday that said that they were coming in from Seattle for this game. And I was like, oh, so, and they said it was the first Razorback game ever. Like, they've been a Razorback fan. So then my first question was like, why are you a Razorback fan then? And 2, it's like, why this game? They said they're a Razorback fan, and this might be the strangest thing, because they're a Seahawks fan. It was because of Ken Hamlin when he played for the Seahawks.
That's a good enough reason for me.
Sure. All right, cool. I guess whatever works. But then they also said that they wanted to go to a basketball game because they said Razorback football atmospheres aren't really known for being elite level, but Bud Walton Arena are known for being elite level. Just as long as, we're not doing the fry tosses every commercial break.
I hate to say it. They made the right decision on just how to approach the fandom, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, I think so.
What were you about to say?
I don't think we ever got a chance to talk about this on the show, but I got to bring it up real quick. You brought it up to me, and then we wound up not doing it on the post game, but we were at the LSU game, and we talked about the fry toss and the different, whatever it is that they do. Do you remember when they brought the drug dog out there? And they had the dude dressed up like the LSU Tiger that was putting cocaine in the box, and the dog had to pick which box.
Actually insane.
That was insane.
I did like it though.
It's like, that was because it was a snowy game or whatever. It's almost like at the last minute, like, all right, cops are going to be here no matter what. What can we do with that police dog? Well, let's just make it to where he bites a box of cocaine that happens to have.
Let's make an LSU Tiger fan a drug dealer and put him in the.
Yeah.
What's funny is it was one of the cops, because I could see underneath the LSU thing he had like the badge right here poking out. Like, this was a cop that they made dress up like a LSU Tiger, and I was like, man, that's a humbling conversation when you have to decide who's doing that. It's like, yeah, I'll run out there.
Yeah,
get tackled by this dog.
Yeah. Who's volunteering for that? But again, folks, if you just got here, you want to give our really super awesome giveaway that we can't announce publicly of what it is, be sure to get with Cameron right here. Intern Cameron. He's going to write your phone number down in your name. We'll do the giveaway at the end of the show. And it's a pretty sweet one. It's a pair of something that you guys are going to be really excited to have. I can tell you that. It's going to be an early Christmas. Santa came early. And we'll make that happen for you. So, appreciate everybody getting to the chats a little bit here on the show. Appreciate you. Let's go and appreciate the super chats from Jade, the sports fan. He says, listen to KSR and lost brain cells. Well, there you go. Says, took shots at Hogs Media. Thought A-Cuff would sabotage our season. Whiteout/Super Bowl. Main character syndrome.
Well, the main character syndrome is real.
Yes.
There's no doubt about that. The A-Cuff is sabotaging the season.
Yeah, he's ruining it. I mean, I've hated it. I don't know about y'all, but this has been awful watching it.
I think that's just their PTSD of, trying to do it all with the one and done freshman and getting popped a couple times in the first round. They try to project everything that Cal did at Kentucky to what Cal is doing at Arkansas. And so that's the only place that could be coming from. I mean, the dude he's one of the best point guards in the country. What are we talking? Sabotaging the season. He's bailed them out in several games. What are we talking about?
I think this might make me a bad person, but I'm actually pleased to hear that they're taking shots at Hogs Media because, frankly, I've held my tongue for a long time. There's some crazy interactions, crazy things that we heard last year when we went to Lexington, the things that some of those dorks would come up with that I just kind of would laugh and brush off. But it's like, these people are weird. Like, this is insane. And I haven't told those stories publicly because I'm like, I want to keep good relationships. They haven't been mean to me, so I'm not going to be mean to them. But if they're being mean to me, then I got dirt.
dude. Well, it's like, speaking of last year, because that was the crazy thing is when we were involved there was just no chance that Arkansas wins that game. Like there's just no chance in their minds that Arkansas was going to win. And I can tell you this, and I've told this story many times, but when we're there at the game and we're inside of Rupp Arena and Arkansas wins the game, and I have to hold it in because I'm like, I got death threats going into that game. I'm like, if I say the wrong thing, somebody might literally shank me. So I had to keep it cool. But I remember looking at the faces of so many Kentucky fans after that, be like, I know that face. Because I've had it before as a Razorback fan where I wanted something so bad, my soul got snatched from me, and it sucked. And that was the same face that they were making, and it was awesome. And so to see the humble pie that they had to eat, I thought that maybe they'd learn a lesson a little bit of like not taking shots and not being this way. But I mean, I guess it's good for the sport, good for content.
Well, dude, it's crazy. I remember, weirdly enough, being in the bathroom at KS Bar and a Kentucky fan like basically commending me, where he was like, "Hey, I really appreciate you guys and respect you guys because y'all's team is so bad and you've come here to watch them lose. Like, that's dedication." And he was like commending me for being a loyal fan because he was so convinced that we were there to just watch a massacre. And frankly, we kind of thought we might be there to watch a massacre. I mean, we did fly all the way there knowing that was a possibility, but it was funny how there was no concession of like, could y'all beat us? Could we, is anything like that? It was just congrats on being a loyal fan to a bad team that's about to lose. And I was like, wow, all right.
Yeah. Well, it's funny too, and of course, I'm the bathroom interaction guy. To your point, also, I was using the bathroom at KS Bar because why not talk about this in front of everybody? And I remember there's some Kentucky fans that walk in. I didn't really interact with them or whatever, but I got done washing my hands, but they were out of paper towels. So it's one of the things, you got to air dry it or wipe it on your jeans or something like that. And about 30 seconds after I leave the bathroom, I get tagged in a tweet just saying at John Neighbors' show, doesn't wash his hands after peeing. I was like, great. It's like, but there was just so much animosity, but so much fun from it all. And that's where it's like, because Arkansas and Kentucky have always had a thing. I know Kentucky fans, it's like, oh, it's not a rivalry like it was. You're right. It's totally true. But when we were talking about the best jobs in the SEC, it's Arkansas and Kentucky. The best programs for basketball and loyalty is Arkansas, Kentucky. It's like, this is, as long as Calipari is the head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks, this Arkansas-Kentucky game is always going to mean a lot more than anything else in the SEC. In fact, this year, this game might be the one that's the most highly anticipated. Forget all that nonsense of Alabama and Auburn or Alabama, Tennessee or Florida and whoever. It's like last year, it should have been a much bigger deal in the SEC landscape, but the SEC was so good. This year, this could end up being at least one of the most watched games in SEC this season. Hopefully, at least that's the case.
It should be. They released those lists of the most watched teams in college basketball or whatever. What was Arkansas third?
Third, yeah.
I think when
Michigan
that came out,
State's still holding strong at 1.
Yeah, it was Duke 2 or
Duke 2, I think.
Yeah, it's Arkansas 3, Kentucky's 5. It should be a highly watched game. They also do those lists every week of the top 10 games in college basketball, and I don't think this one was number 1. And I get it because Kentucky's down a little bit, but it just seems like one that people are going to be interested in. I do not have a KS Bar bathroom story to share.
That's unfortunate.
I didn't have those interactions. So, yeah.
Well, don't worry. There'll be maybe we'll have an interaction here at Goat Lab Red's bathroom. Maybe
that would be a story.
Honestly, the reason why there were so many interactions is because it's only one bathroom. And there's only one spot to use the bathroom. And so it develops into a pretty long line after a while.
So for those of you who may want to know more about the bathroom situation over there at KS Bar in Lexington, we got you covered. We'll give you the whole layout of what's going on there at KS Bar. But I know that, again, with tomorrow being the way it is, some people were kind of worried about the weather. I'm not totally sure why. I guess it's just going to be cold tomorrow. But
it'll just be cold.
Yeah. I think the weather's going to hold off a little bit and should be fine. And we talked about it, is the 5:30 p.m. Well, first off, the 5:30 p.m. tip-off is so much better than what it was last season for this game. What was it, 9 p.m.?
It was 9 o'clock local time there.
Yeah, we went to a basketball game in Lexington, Kentucky that started at 9 p.m. And, it was still great, but that was a little ridiculous. So I'm glad that this one's right there in that sweet spot of 5:30, be able to get in, get out pretty well, and be able to make it happen. So I'm excited about that element too, and seeing all the craziness that's going to come along with it. Speaking of craziness, let's going to look who's coming in right now into this establishment.
Oh,
here.
yeah,
the seat of Curtis Wilkerson.
Yeah. By the way, for those who don't know, this is Wesley and his mother Michelle. So, but it's good to make the appearance. Glad you could pencil us into your otherwise demanding schedule
No, he just got upset.
Yeah, I'm sorry, kid. It's to get used to it, me upsetting you. So
no lullabies from Uncle John.
Nope, not with this voice box that I got going on. So, but I want to remind everybody that here, of course, on Inside Arkansas Live, we're presented by our friends over at the Fight House. If you're ready to fight, like Wesley over there is ready to fight me, then he needs to get over there to the Fight House gym, which happens to be Northwest Arkansas's #1 boxing, MMA, and strength training gym built for athletes, as well as competitors and anyone who's willing to push their limits. From high energy boxing and MMA training to free weights, elite cardio equipment, sleds, and cross training, Fight House Gym delivers everything that you need to train at the highest level. You can push your body to the edge, then recover like a pro with their cold plunge and saunas designed to keep you strong as well as ready for more. Whether you're a seasoned fighter or just starting your fitness journey, this is the gym that meets you where you are and pushes you even further. This isn't just a gym, it's a mindset. So check out Fight House Gym, which is now open at 10131 Webb Way in Fayetteville, exit 58 off I-49. You can also sign up today at fighthousegym.com, or you can call 951-623-6745 and step aside into the Fight House Gym and bring the fight. Again, we are live from Goat Lab Red here in Fayetteville, 1214 North Garland Avenue. Appreciate everybody rolling in and hanging out with us too. That's another thing too, is like, I'm not saying all the people here that are here to see us are just the chatters, but it is nice whenever we do meet people who are in the chat and see their faces. So they're like, oh yeah, so you're that guy that says that stupid thing to Andrew that gets him so mad. It's like, you're the
Those
one that
people
does
never
that.
show up in real life. Those are always people that are like trapped in the basement that are just, hoping mom doesn't turn off the router, that kind of thing.
I'll say this. This is my favorite thing about Andrew on our show is like, we're talking, having a conversation, and then he starts to say something. He goes, the chat's going insane right now over. And it's like this one thing that gets said. And then he's like, he picks his one. He's like, I'm going to make an example out of you. I'm going to let you know how stupid you are. But no, none of the people here that are hanging out, any of those
all
stupid
fine,
chatters.
fine citizens, true patriots, none of these guys would
men
be
and women
it.
of God,
I don't think anybody in here bullies me but they bully me in the chat. That's why I say this, John. I have to push back every now and then. That's how you stand up to bullies, is you got to like pretend you're bigger than them. Or is that Bears?
There's so many recognizable faces. Like we know who most of our people who are in the chat are in here. I don't know how many of them know each other. Like they might be having a conversation right now on the internet, but they don't know that each other's here.
Exactly.
It's interesting.
Hey, by the way, shout out to Phil. Can we if we're going to shout out chatters, we might as well shout out Phil.
We do need to shout
who
out
made
Phil.
the trek.
Yeah.
Did
Always-
you say you
always
stopped
shout
in
out to Phil.
Kentucky? Did you stop in Kentucky?
No, I was in Dallas.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess I eavesdropped incorrectly. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, no, that's what's crazy is like, when we do these things on location. I know when we were down in Dallas for the game down there and got to meet so many people that are here. And I know that there's a lot of people that have said that, again, they're just traveling from so many places. And one of my good friends that we met over in Kentucky, actually Lexington last year, he's making the trek down. He's a Kentucky fan. Or I asked him, I was like, so what do you, he's a Cal guy though. I'm like, so what are you doing? He goes, I'm wearing white. I was
Wow.
like, okay, but just there's no other color, just white.
I mean,
So-
but if you're wearing white tomorrow, it's like
Well, I know, but maybe
Yeah.
he just packed his stuff early and didn't realize it was a whiteout. It's like you got to be careful with that. But either way, yeah, that's going to be fun and entertaining to see. And like I said, the amount of people that's made the trip down here is awesome. So I love the fact that we've been able to have that and be able to interact with people in person, because usually we just sit behind our keyboards and laptop and everything and just hang out. So. But it's going to be awesome to see how all that plays out there as well. Also, too, so somebody asked this. Actually, let's keep going with the chats, because I want to have people get mad at Andrew and bully him again. So we got to make sure we get to these chats real quick. Hickory Hall, appreciate it, says, I hope they have to hide all the sharp objects from Pope after this game. Good grief, Hickory Hall.
yeah, that's dark.
I
I
mean,
mean, but this is a guy that literally has injured himself hitting things after Kentucky lost. That has happened multiple times now.
What did was it his hand?
Yeah, he like punched a wall
He's
and
bleeding or something.
Yeah, and his hand was
last
bleeding.
year.
Jeez. All right.
That's the type of thing you do when you're 14 and you get scolded by your parents. You punch a wall. That's what happens.
Hey, and you know what? Speaking of this, and I'm not, shout out to Eric Musselman. I don't think he ever did that. He seemed like a guy that would punch things, which he did, but just never enough to injure himself. At least something
where we
that
all knew.
know. Yeah, it's where we all
Yeah.
knew. You
The
know?
Godfather doesn't get his hands dirty. It's one of those things. Like Muss is a delegator. So I think if there's something that needs to be happen, he can pass that message to Riley Hall, who will take care of business for him.
No, Riley Hall just throws cell phones down.
Yeah,
Whatever.
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
But no, that's how good Riley Hall was at his job. That Muss never hurt himself after a game.
Also, to JK or JJK on our chat says, Why are John and Andrew flipped? It's making my head hurt. LMAO. Hogs by 90 beat UK.
Get you guys every time.
I'd say we love flipping it around a little bit. We love having it. I can make it mirrored like we did last time. Just mirror the camera. So that way we're back.
Should we just do that?
No, because then the whole stream will set on fire and then we'll be off the air. So.
You guys can figure it out. There's one of us that's consistent here.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. That's true. The man in the middle, as they call him, Curtis Wilkerson. Appreciate those band geeks. Super chatting, saying, like and sub people. It's been amazing watching at Goat Lab Red. Highly recommend. Come seeing them live if you can make it. Great show as always. Hey, thank you.
Wait a minute.
Those band geeks. Which one are you?
Those band geeks.
There we go.
Oh my
right.
gosh.
I love that.
Wow. See, now this is, you talk
go.
about putting names to faces. This is an important one.
This
wow.
is big time. Yeah.
Yeah.
We needed this.
Great.
Gosh, man,
this
this
just
made my day.
changed. This changed everything. Wow. This is a big deal.
Yes.
Yeah. No, we appreciate you, man. Appreciate you coming and hanging out with us in person. Because again, that's what it's all about. A Swag Pig McSilly Town. Great. Says, let's touch some money, fellas.
Nah, not us.
This is good.
Yeah.
Not us.
That was the worst thing ever. It's like saying with the Kentucky players before they got 2-piece by Vanderbilt like 40. They're like, 1, 2, 3, touch money. All right. It's like, forget win or a team or anything.
I think the
Touch
Hawks
money.
should do it tomorrow, frankly.
Yes.
On the court right before the tip-off. 1, 2, 3, touch money.
Well, they're using their money to touch the hearts of each other. You see Malik Thomas yesterday?
I did see that.
Yeah.
The headphones to everybody.
Yeah.
It's real good stuff. Malik Ewan, very excited.
Yeah. What kind of headphones were they? They're right.
J-Lab.
Yeah. I know they were
like
nice
custom
ones.
little Razorbacks on the. Yeah, it looked good, man.
Yeah. I better not see any of those on eBay or something here soon, guys. Come on now. I'm going down there trying to resell them.
You think Elmer Zaffich is flipping his right now?
Yeah.
Did you hear him in the video?
No, what is it?
Thanks, bro. We don't have these in Bosnia.
Oh, yeah. That's big time.
Don't have the J-Lab ones in Bosnia. Woo MF Pig says, you all should each chug a beer, $20 is the fastest. Wow, what a challenge.
Yeah, I don't know. Dudley's raising his glass right now. I don't think it's
Dudley, you win. $20 to Dudley Dawson.
I was going to say, are any of us three, I know I'm not, are either of y'all good at chugging?
Nah, not really. I feel like amongst the three of us, I would win. But
I think you probably would.
That's not something
You're
I'm
the
proud
most.
of.
Let's say you're the most experienced.
Yeah,
you got a lot of reps up.
Yeah,
maybe not chugging, but
What was it? That and the people you do the funneling, the shotgunning, like in college, with the whole all that too.
Shotgunning. Yeah. You got to be specific about that.
Yes. Yeah. There's different ways to do it too. So, let's see. We're talking about Devo needing tickets to the game. So, also Jane Neighbors, thank you. Said Kentucky players are going to get an experience of a real atmosphere. Have they not had one this year? Surely they've had.
Well, you remember Ty Washington holding his ears in Bud Walton Arena?
Oh, yeah.
So it just tells you it's like, and I will say this, not even joking. Obviously, Rupp is a tremendous venue. It's a great crowd, great venue, great everything. Not the most loud of venues. And so I do think there is a little bit of a difference between 20,000 fans and 20,000 hogs. A little bit different.
Yeah. Slightly, because I said, who was I talking to yesterday? Somebody was telling me that like they went to either the game or they've been to the game at Rupp, not last year, but at some point they're like, that's the loudest arena I've ever been in. I'm like,
they said that that's what it was. It was last year while we were there, and we all three had that conclusion where we were like, not the loudest crowd, but the Kentucky guys were like, this is pandemonium in here. This is the loudest venue ever, and we were like, damn.
Yeah, it's like I don't know about all that. That was the case.
I mean, I thought it was good.
Yeah, I mean, it was solid, but it wasn't anything to the.
I still stick to what I said when we were there. Is I felt like Arkansas fans booed John Calipari way louder than Kentucky did when he came back.
I mean, there were. Let's be honest. There were some Kentucky fans that stood and applauded when John Calipari came out.
They should have saluted.
They should have. Yeah, they should have full on.
I don't know. And also, he got booed a lot, but the booing of DJ Wagner was so insane.
That was the worst of all.
You think about when you talk about booing the guy at Bud, which we all know if we go into a game of Razorback basketball, they always boo one guy. Imagine that times by like 4. And there was no coordinated social media thing of like, we're just going to boo some random person. It's like, no, they hated and to this day still hate DJ Wagner.
Yeah, they were on DJ's head, man. That was crazy. Z? They were talking to Z, but it wasn't too bad. Adu Thero was like immune to it though.
Yeah,
Adu got the pass, but they loved him over there, and I understand why. I mean, he was awesome, but yeah, he was the one guy that I felt like didn't really get the business from Kentucky fans.
Well, because
there.
Kentucky fans loved. He was one of the most unanimously loved guys that have been at Kentucky. But then even when he transferred, how many Kentucky fans reached out and were like, "Y'all are gonna love a Duthero."
Yep.
Sorry, I'm sending stuff. Let's see. Also, to some other super chats. Appreciate all of you. Tamara says, "Here is to Inside Arkansas and a win for the Hogs and fans."
Thank you. I think I
Tamara.
saw earlier in the chat Tamara's coming for the game.
Yes,
I
did see that.
Man, it's a who's who around here.
Yeah,
apparently.
that's big time.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a stupid Kentucky fan that's given us a super chat. Said Cats by 21. Said Curtis got rid of his glasses so he doesn't have to see that Razorback beatdown tomorrow.
Hey, credit to Michelle, who did politely come and bring Curtis's glasses to him. She did it during
That's
a
nice.
during a timeout too, so nobody saw it. It was very
They're,
professional.
Yeah, I need them. They're the readers. You know, I'm over here squinting. If you watch closely when John's pulling up the chats, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
Curtis versus Screens has been
It's tough,
the
man.
rivalry of our lifetime.
Whew, it's tough.
Also, too, Kelku, appreciate the super chat, says, get some cheese curds, guys.
Yeah, the cheese curds are good
They're
here.
electric
Yeah,
here. If you haven't
they're
had
good.
them here, I mean, everything's great here at Goat Lab, right? But if you haven't gotten the cheese curds, you're missing out, man. You're truly missing out. But we appreciate it, Kelku. And I feel bad like saying that because, you know, we need to get back to, I still keep saying this, the StreamYard needs to put back people's names. I hate
StreamYard needs to do a lot of things.
Yeah, it's true.
Just call her Cameron's mom. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. That doesn't mean the same. Speaking of, again, if you haven't signed up, be sure to sign up over with Cameron over here for our giveaway at the end. How many names do we have, Cameron? Yeah, we got a lot. Okay, that's great. A lot of names that were there. Jessica says, appreciate it. Says, all I asked for this Christmas was a dub this Saturday. That's it? That's all you asked for? Okay.
I mean, it'd be pretty satisfying.
It would be.
Imagine waking up
Do
on
you want
Christmas
that or do you want
morning
socks? You know,
and being like, well, you know, you did win that game on January 31st, so you can't complain.
Yeah. Also, NWA Sportsman says, my son's 6th birthday is today. Happy birthday to your son. Says custom B-Day cookies in the profile pic. He's excited to have a Razorback themed birthday party.
I know where he got
that's
those
big
from
time.
because I've gotten similar themed cake, little decorative cookies.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's just like one spot. Yeah, but it's definitely familiar looking. But here's the thing: is they look good, they taste even better. Something about when you're eating a hog, you know.
Yikes!
Anyways, so we're continuing here at Goat Lab Red, 1214 North Garland Avenue, and we're also going to be having Pot at the Palace postgame show following Arkansas and Kentucky tomorrow. So be sure to tune in for all of that as well. But yeah, here's the thing: would you ever? I don't think I ever had a Razorback themed birthday party. In fact, I probably should have, but then at the same time, I don't want it to be disappointing.
I had one at the bowling alley one year. It was a bowling alley, but Razorback because I think Arkansas played somebody like Tulsa that day or so. I think it was like the 08 Tulsa game. And we were at the bowling alley and I was in my DMAC jersey. It was pretty sick.
I just went to a bowling alley birthday party of yours.
You
Not too
did.
long
That was
ago.
and that was
Yeah.
the day of the Michigan State game. So, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I guess I do it a lot.
Was that not a Razorback thing?
It wasn't.
Okay, I just remember the big cookie cake.
Yeah, I think Hillary just got the cake
Okay.
like that, but I think it was just it happened to be the day of the Michigan State
Okay.
game. We were just there to bowl. We were strictly there to bowl.
Good times.
Also, a few more here. OK Seahawks says, here's hoping we get a 5-star big man with Cal. Haven't done that yet. What's that name?
Obina Akizi.
Thank you. Says also, I don't bully Andrew. Me and him are best friends now.
Yeah, ever since I wore an OKC Thunder beanie, OKC Hog has been on my good side. So I might just have to bust that bad boy out again. But now we're cool. We're cool.
All right.
I hope they get a 5-star big man too.
Yes.
For the record.
I would like 5-star anybody, really. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, big man would be cool. Because Arkansas, I guess, have they ever had when was the last 5-star big man they had? Al
Fall.
Jefferson. Oh, gosh.
Was he a 5-star everywhere?
No, he dropped by the end.
Okay.
Joe Klein? What about Al Jefferson?
Does Bobby Portis not count? I know he was a power
He's a high
forward.
4-star. I know. I see, that's the thing is we got Dudley over here. He's the historian of Arkansas.
Yeah.
So if I say something, he's like, actually. Joe
Dudley just had
Klein.
to delete his recording with Al Jefferson. He was just like, I'm just throwing this in the trash.
Yeah. But yeah, it would be nice to have that. Also, it's Lanky on the Super Chat. Appreciate it. Says, are y'all planning on doing any meetups for the Auburn game? Would love to meet the fellas.
I'll meet you in Arlington, Texas, if you want to hang out. That's where I will be that weekend,
Yeah,
but you
I'll
guys
be
will be here.
I'll be here. Yeah. Yeah. So, so you got two options there, either Fayetteville or Arlington. But we'll definitely continue to let everybody know if that happens. So, also, shout out to our guy, Bill Adams, who is the owner of Goat Lab here, Goat Lab Brewery and Goat Lab Red. He wanted say that if anybody here in the building wants free tickets to tonight's comedy show at the Grove Comedy Club, you just need their email address before you leave, and they'll send you some tickets. So if you want to have free tickets to the Grove Comedy Club tonight, just hit up Bill Adams with your email address, and he's going to send those over to you. And apparently, he's going to bring us some cheese curds too. So
I like that.
So,
I've had a good time watching some comedy shows out there.
Yeah, it's a great spot, man. If you haven't been out there, it's a great spot. So be sure to check it all out too. So, but yeah, really appreciate the super chat. WMF Pick says, John, you should have invited the guy that saved your luggage. Yes,
that's actually a good call.
Yeah.
So was he a Delta employee?
No, he was Allegiant.
Allegiant. That's right. That's right.
Because there's only like 2 airlines that fly out of Lexington, Kentucky. And apparently the Kentucky guy who got a hold of my luggage said, I know this guy, and ripped off my tag and threw it in the trash. And that's why it all happened. So he is a savior. I should have done that. But next time. Okay. So Tamara did say, she's like, on my way to Fayetteville. Can't wait for the game. I'm ready for the Hogs to come out and knock them down and throw them down. Would love to see a bunch of threes and dunks.
I too would like to see a bunch of threes and dunks. They're due for some threes after Oklahoma now.
Yes, they are. Please.
2 of 17.
That's terrible.
Uncharacteristic is
that wasn't my basketball team out there. That's what Cal would say.
Exactly.
That was not my
team,
basketball team.
Yeah, not the basketball team.
Malik Thomas, by the way, Malik Thomas is 0 of 4 from 3 in that game. So he's due whatever. He's shooting 76% from 3 in home SEC games.
Wow, that's stupid.
70, and he's making over 3 a game. There's volume there.
I guess if you have a 5 for 5, that'll really help.
It's like 5 for 5, 3 for 4, 2 for 3. He's been on fire at home. So
man, yeah. So he's due tomorrow. So whatever the bet Saracen prop is for Malik Thomas in threes, bet it. Just because it's going to happen tomorrow. Jaded Sports Fan says, is Cal trolling by having Kenny Payne do the media availability?
Yes, that's the troll.
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't because BBN thought that Cal was trolling him after the Oklahoma game. He got asked about Kentucky, and he's like, hey, it's just the next game on our schedule. Mark Pope's the man for the job. He's doing a great job. So that starts circulating on social media as Kentucky is just getting throttled by Vanderbilt. So everybody's like, oh, wow, he's trolling. No. Sending Kenny Payne up there for the pregame press conference, that is 100% the troll.
You don't think Kentucky fans were happy to hear from Kenny, their guy?
No.
Dude, my favorite part, I don't know if anybody watches the Hogs Plus behind the scenes videos. I need to share, before we leave here, I'm sharing my login with you. Because I forgot to cancel my free trial, and now I'm just locked in for like 6 months. And so
okay.
I got Hogs Plus through like July, but when Kenny Payne speaks to the team, it always just the vibe dips off a little bit. And then Shin will get him back up, and then Kenny will just be like, all right, guys, we're going to go out there, play hard. You know, families are here to see you. Come on. It's time to work. It's like,
that's close to your Sam Pittman.
It's flirting with it a little bit.
My Sam Pittman has gotten me in too much trouble. I'm not going to rehash it, but it's different.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Like, we're talking about tomorrow for the game and stuff. I want to see Ryan Silverfield. Speaking of, I want to see Ryan Silverfield there calling the Hogs. I want to see Jordan Weaver. Like, get every coach in there. If you want promotion of your programs, I want to see Dave again in there. He probably won't go.
Well, I don't think you will.
No, apparently they're going to be busy out there, but. Just everybody that you can put in there, a who's who, honor everyone, make it happen, however you need to do it. So.
Silverfield will be there for sure.
Hey, shout out to Kelsey Music Squad for covering by 20 points yesterday.
I felt so bad for them.
Like that.
We sent the screenshot of a Saracen sends out these notifications for Razorback Sports on their betting. And it's like, can the Hogs cover against LSU at plus 42.5? I was like, oh, man. And they were actually but here's the thing is they gave a hard fight. They actually were leading for a good part of the beginning of the game.
It was like a 3-point game at halftime and stuff. They hung in there.
So they hung in there. So, but it's tough sledding so far this year for Kelsey Music Squad.
They're learning a lot this year.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. They're going to be back on it. NWA Sportsman gives us super chat, says, when's Logan's pick segment?
Needs to be soon.
Yeah, Logan.
Yeah, Logan.
We need you to pay the bills, buddy. Come on.
Yeah, I'm about to say we need those. This dude's been flying high. He's over here just taking Saracen for everything that they got. So we need to make that happen. So
he gets flagged when he tries to go in the door at Saracen. They the alarm goes off. They're like, "Hey, do not let this guy in."
Yeah. We got you some cheese curds, by the way.
Right. Should I eat them on the show? I probably shouldn't, right?
Nah, I mean, listen.
Do what you want.
Yeah. I'm about to say, who cares? It's Friday. Just having some fun here, too. Just don't chew into the microphone. I think that's the biggest thing. But you can do the rest of it. Let's see. We got another Big Blue Nation person says, I'm obviously disappointed in our season, but I'm also disappointed this game won't have as much aura because we aren't very good this year.
I mean, we kind of felt that last year.
Can't say.
You
Didn't have
know?
aura for other than it wasn't because last year wasn't Arkansas and Kentucky. It was Cal versus Kentucky.
Yeah.
Arkansas was
Yeah.
just the jerseys that they were wearing.
It would have hit different if the team was good going into that
Yes.
game, though. At some point, and this is bound to happen with these two programs, it's going to be like a top 10 matchup somewhere, and that'll add a lot to it. But if Cal has just dominated this thing up to that point, then I don't know. Maybe it really is just another game.
Also, Big Blue Productions, you're kind of in a good spot because if you lose, well, you were supposed to lose and you expect it and you're kind of over it anyway. If you win, it will have that that same feel. It'll still feel just as satisfying. Trust me. From experience, I can tell you, when you get a win in this matchup, when you're not expecting to, it can feel pretty good.
Yep. Also, see, Jaded Sportsman says, to hear Pilgrim, I assume he means Jack Pilgrim from KSR, say they essentially dodged a bullet by ACUF choosing Arkansas is wild.
They don't even have a point guard.
About to say, like, yeah, I hate good players coming to my school, too.
Well, it's
the worst
also
thing
funny to say, yeah, this lottery pick that would have come to our school is actually a selfish guy that wouldn't help our team. Instead, we have Jaden Quaintance, who is
Jaden
just not
Maintenance?
playing, just not playing basketball at all for us. That's much better.
I haven't heard that segment, but I'd love to hear what the argument was from KSR of why they
I can
dodged
tell you
the
right now, it
bullet.
wasn't a good one.
No, I get there's just no way. There's just no way. Jeez, man. Okay. Finch says I could use an entire live of Bathroom John stories.
Wow.
No,
He's got them.
yeah, about to say because it's every single time I go to Bud Walton Arena, something happens. Addison says everyone's got their niche. Curtis is the basketball guy, Andrew's the baseball guy, and John is the bathroom interaction guy. Got to be known for something. Okay, so first I was the student
Yeah,
section
student
guy,
section's still you.
and now I've moved on to bathroom. It's like really the important stuff.
You're
that
just the
happens here.
facility guy. You know, if you're the at the venue, you cover all the bases, the bathroom and the student section.
I do the reporting that everyone wants to
You
hear
also
about.
had
not
a
the X's and
concession
O's.
stand. You had a concession stand interaction that you talked about on the show. So I mean, you've covered your bases pretty good.
Yeah, yep. I'm glad I have the high level of respect that everyone tunes in for the bathroom and concession stands.
When you talk about game day atmosphere, people think you're talking about the stuff just on the floor. It goes further than that. Bathrooms, concession stand, they've all got to be up to par.
I'll at least give John credit. He does not start these bathroom interactions, though.
Thank you.
Because
We've witnessed multiple of them.
Yeah.
Yes, because most of the time it's just people coming up, but then some people are just like, "Oh, are you just trying to find a chick to meet over there next to the bathroom?" It's like, what does that mean? Like, I don't know what that means.
Before that game in Omaha, there was an LSU fan trying to fight you in the bathroom.
Yep, that was
And
that
you're
was
just trying to take care of your business, man.
Yeah, that was really. I hate LSU fans. They're
very
the worst.
Cajun man.
Yeah, man, that dude was born to be Cajun. That's for sure. Let's see. Non-coup. All right. Says, tell Dudley, thank you for interviewing the GOAT Trey, the legendary GOAT D1 Stewart. So there you go. You got to thank you for that.
Is that what they call him? The legendary GOAT D1?
That's what he calls himself. Okay, well, there you go. So there you go.
I'm glad that kids are still using the term D1 because when I was in school, that was like the big thing. It's like if you made a 3, you're like, oh, yeah, I'm D1.
Yeah.
I'm glad that like kids that are actual D1 athletes are like, yeah, I'm D1.
Yeah, making it happen there. Let's see. So Bama Hawk says, I'm ready for them to get the BTA so bad that Mark Pope cries in the post game. Let's do it.
It would be emotional.
It would be very emotional. Is what we're saying that we needed the students to dress up like Gru from Minions?
And the students need to be the minions.
Obviously, they got to be the
Minions. Yeah, and he dresses up like Gru. So there's some similarities there. Okay, we already talked about that. Nep says, John, need that hoodie. Or that hoodie is sick. I need it. Thank you. Can't have it. But there may be a time where you'll be available to get it. So, but thank you. People really I really appreciate everyone who compliments. Actually, it's not usually compliments. Who makes comments on our physical appearance and our attire. Because we have a lot of those that happen, man. It's like if like Andrew used a guard 3 on his beard instead of a guard 4, people are like, see, you trimmed up the beard there, Andrew. It's like,
I tried to sneak in a no hat day. They got on me. I was like 5 minutes into the show. They're like, put on the hat. I'm like, all right, relax.
Yeah, that's tough sledding.
You kind of got away with the hair trim though.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, it's like, if the haircut was a bad haircut, I feel like I wouldn't have gotten away with it. But
that's true.
The trolls, I don't think they had any ammo. They're like, wow, looks dapper today.
Hey, looks good.
It does. It does. NWA Sportsman also says, I've gone to 2 basketball games and I've used 2 different bathrooms. And John is always there. What is happening?
Yeah, it's.
I refuse to interact during that time.
The omnipresent bathroom, man.
Like, I'm at a loss. I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm just not going to go to the bathroom anymore. I'm just going to go outside and next to Bud Walton and do my business. So people just always coming up and be like, I saw John in the bathroom once. I don't know if I want those rumors getting started. A few more here. Hawksolo says if you take Cal out of the Cal angle, this is the most underwhelming Kentucky matchup since the Gillespie era. I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
I was gonna say I would raise you the Devo went missing game.
The
Remember
Devo
that?
went missing game was crazy.
Well, game day was here, which was kind of like weird because you would think game day would add to it. It kind of made it more depressing in the moment. And then Devo just decided he didn't want to play that day, so he just did not show up to the facility. That was, I would say, the most like auraless Arkansas-Kentucky game.
Do you remember Arkansas's starting lineup in that game?
I blocked out that kind of stuff, you know.
It's Caleb Battle and Tremont Mark. Okay, fine. L. Ellis, Jalen Graham, and Chandler Lawson.
It's a tough one.
That's wild.
The claw. I forgot all about the claw. Man, I thought after the Purdue game that guy was going to be something.
And DJ, Adu Thero, and Big Z combined for 9 points in that game.
Make it make sense, because I sure can't. Appreciate the super chat from JJK says, then they would come up to you outside, John. Okay, let's get off the bathroom stuff, please. Like, we don't need to go down these roads, but I appreciate the super chats.
A lot of bathroom talk on the show.
A lot of bathroom talk. KS Bar bathroom
I don't mean
talk.
like potty mouth, just literal bathroom.
Just all about the bathrooms here, apparently. So, but again, reminder, folks, we're here at Go Lab Red here in Fayetteville, 1214 North Garland Avenue. Shout out to them allowing us to do a little show. Shout out to everybody who's showed up here to hang out with us. And be sure that if you don't have tickets to the game tomorrow, this is a great spot to come and watch the game. To do Progressive Wings, right, Bill? Progressive Wings. No more. Okay, yeah, I just want to make sure before I say something that's wrong here. Yeah, all right, there you go. So there it is. Yeah, so they're going to do Progressive Wings.
Every touchdown takes off, right? Or no, we're not doing that anymore?
Every touchdown. No more touchdowns.
No more touchdowns?
Touchdowns are over with. So yes. We got to figure out the baseball side of things when it comes to the price that gets taken off, because we were talking about this, basketball, football, scoring, it's kind of easy, but baseball, sometimes scoring ain't it, not the
Should
runs.
We go for every minute that Amir Brown is on the floor, you get a free wing. So if he's on there for 4 minutes, you get 4 wings.
It's good for business.
Yeah, that's right.
Who loses in this scenario?
Nobody,
except for Kentucky by a lot of points.
Yeah. I hope we see him. Isaiah Sealy, got to get him some run in there too. I'd like to see that.
Sure.
What happened to that thing? He was talking about so highly about Isaiah Sealy, and I love Isaiah Sealy, but then it's like, he's good. Got to get him involved. And I can't remember the last time we've seen him that wasn't in garbage time.
Maybe next year.
I
guess it was that Auburn game. I mean, it was.
Well, yeah,
the whole second half was garbage time, but
could have been garbage time after about the under 8 timeout there in the first half. Like that was brutal. Jaded Sportsman, I kind of already talked about this. He says, "Do you guys think that Cal will have any former UK guys show up for the game tomorrow?" I hope he does, as a flex and a reminder of what Kentucky is missing. Well, if he does, he's going to say, "Yeah, what's $6 billion made? Yeah, 60 first round picks. I mean, come on, what do you want me to say here?"
He'll make Karl Anthony Towns whip out his checkbook right there at Bud Walton Arena. He's like, "Hey, just show him all the money you've got."
We're gonna put up your bank account here on the big screen just so you can show the amount of money that's in it currently in your savings account.
How much that house cost, Cat? What'd you say? Huh?
Exactly. Let's see. Addison says, "Who could forget Pod at the Palace previewing primetime at the Palace?"
I remember that.
That was great.
Remember that like it was yesterday.
Yeah, we were here at Goat Lab Red, and then because wasn't it like a later thing too? Wasn't it like
It was like 8 p.m.
Yeah,
8 p.m.
Yeah, well, because it was midnight madness. But
close. It was midnight somewhere.
It's like Black Friday. It used to be actually at midnight.
What's the biggest difference from how you felt after we went and watched that little midnight madness deal versus now? Like, who is there a player where you walked out of that night thinking one type of way that you feel differently now?
So. Not really, but if you had told me in that moment that not only was Darius Acuff going to be better than Malik Thomas, but like we wouldn't even have that conversation, I probably wouldn't have believed you.
Yeah.
Because I came out of that night being like, Malik Thomas is different. Like he's a special freshman. And I was like, Acuff's obviously going to be good. But I kind of would have thought, I would have probably argued and been like, wow, that's surprising that Acuff's better than him. And if you'd have told me that like the gap's pretty big and Acuff's actually a top 5 freshman in the country, I'd have been like, whoa.
Yeah, I think I'm with you.
Yeah.
For most of the time in the preseason, Acuff he looked solid. He
Well,
looked
did-
solid, and Leak really stood out.
and actually aged pretty well, because that was one thing I think we said on that show, the post game, after, because we did a pregame pod at the Palace to primetime preview, whatever. Then we did a post preview primetime pod at the Palace. But on that post one, we were like, man, Malik, he walks into every room and like has this prove it mentality, and Acuff is just a steady, doesn't really get too high or too low, and he's definitely lived up to that.
Yeah. No, I remember watching, I guess, was it the Vice documentary, I think, that had when he went and visited Malik Thomas in person. And I remember just like hearing, that was the first time I really heard him talk, and it was him interacting with Cal. I'm like, oh, this guy's a jerk, and I kind of like it. Like, not in a bad way, but just I know I'm amazing, and I don't really care about these cameras being on me or anything like that. There's like a 17-year-old kid. It was pretty cool. So, but Acuff, I mean, obviously, has been the guy, even though he's not good enough to be on graphics, but he's good enough in our hearts. He's number one in our hearts here at Arkansas.
And
So,
he is.
yeah. Finch also says, who's getting player of the game for us on this one? 3J, Billy, Carter, TB, Leak. Acuff is too easy of an answer.
Acuff is too easy of an answer.
Give me President Carter, who's going to
Yeah.
make it look like it was the Texas Tech game in the Sweet 16, where he's just going to have like 18 in the first half. And he's going to hit about 4 or 5 threes. Give me Carter, breakout game.
I like that. I'll go with Trevin. He's due for one, man.
Yeah.
I'd be good with Carter or Trevin. Carter, I just want to see, not to say that ego's missing all the time, but you're just kind of like, oh, yeah, him.
Yeah.
Like, he just, because you get so wrapped up with everything. But it'd be nice to see any of those guys. But
It's been a while since Trevin's had one of those games where he hits 4 threes.
yeah,
It's like every 5th game or something, he'll hit 3 or 4 of them.
It's very rare that Trevin plays well and Arkansas loses.
Yeah.
You know, like there's other guys like Acuff has played well in Arkansas losses. Malik Thomas has played well in Arkansas losses. Trevin's never had a game where he went for 18 and then Arkansas just sucked.
yeah. And of course, like we talked about yesterday, Darius Acuff hasn't had a bad game all year. That's what worries me. He hasn't had a freshman game all year. And let's just hope he doesn't, and it just maintains it. And let's hope it's not this game. But
That's like being like the sun has come up, all these days in a row. And we're due, right? One of these days.
yeah, one of these days it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So I want to remind everybody that here on Inside Arkansas Live, as well as Inside Arkansas General, we're brought to you by our friends over at the Drain Masters, because they are licensed in plumbing and drain cleaning in the entire state of Arkansas, as well as in the entire state of Oklahoma. Because let me tell you something, if it's your residence or if it's your business, there's nothing more difficult than having to deal with the problems of drain cleaning and plumbing. But luckily for you, Drain Masters of Arkansas is going to help you out with professional and reliable service. And if you want to request a service today, it's a very simple thing to do. All you do is you call the phone number right there on your screen at 479-646-5585. You can also scan that QR code on your screen as well. It'll take you to their website to where you can request a service. And the best thing about it is that when you do request a service, be sure to say that Inside Arkansas sent you, because whenever you say that, you get 10% off all of their services. That's right, 10% off. Doesn't matter how big of a job, doesn't matter how many things you're needing. They will take care of it and give you 10% off as long as you just say that Inside Arkansas sent you over there. Anything and everything plumbing related. No job is too big or too small. Drain Masters of Arkansas has you covered. Again, we are live at Goat Lab Red here in Fayetteville, 1214 North Garland Avenue. Awesome new spot. Now, and you know what's my favorite thing about after a snowstorm is seeing water drip from roofs, because that means it's melting and we're getting back to normal. Because we've talked about it. The snow was fine and dandy for a second. I'm over it. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of, the ice and sleet and then it's freezing over overnight. I'm done with it. I'm ready to get back to normal. And it looks like we're getting close to it at least.
Yeah, you and me both. Is your neighborhood?
No.
Gosh, man.
No. Like
It was a skating rink the other day.
Yeah. Well, it's like, and it's worse because out in my yard, like when I took Rowdy out, he just literally like slid down the hill from the snow, wasn't the ice, because it'd just been there for so long and sun hadn't hit it. So yeah, there's just nothing there. But I'm over it. Let's get back to normal. It's going to be cold tomorrow, but at least the snow and ice won't be there in either way. So, but even here's the thing: if there was snow, apparently Razorback fans still show up to the game.
Yeah,
because there was snow on the ground for against LSU, and there was everybody there. So that was awesome to see. But it's good to see that, and I think it's going to be a pretty good weather game for the most part there too. So can't wait to check it out. And because I guess you can get in an hour and a half before the game at 4:00 is when you can enter into the doors, right? Okay, and then have the game itself. And hopefully it's a quick one, easy one out of there. Is it on ESPN?
ESPN.
Better be. Could you imagine if they were putting this one on like ESPNU or something like that?
SEC Network.
Yeah, SEC Network Plus, something like that. Yeah, that'd be a tough scene. So, but either way. So as far as somebody asked this about the SEC, if Arkansas wins this game and kind of assuming what it looks like this weekend, because Texas A&M, I don't remember who they play, but some of them are basically just asking, can Arkansas be first in the SEC after this weekend, realistically, if they win?
Yeah, if they win and A&M loses, they'd be tied for first. I don't remember who A&M plays.
I have to look it up.
It's hard to say.
I mean, I know that everyone is just so excited to see the Texas A&M Aggies play college basketball.
Yeah, how do y'all not have Texas A&M schedule off the dome like that?
I mean, seriously.
Who else only has 2 losses? Florida has 2 losses.
That's it.
Kentucky, obviously.
Kentucky has 3.
Oh, they have 3 now.
Yeah. So Texas A&M plays Georgia on the road.
That's not
I'm
an easy
being
one.
told by a trusted source that they play Georgia.
Okay, there you go. So Georgia on the road. Saracen has that 3.5. That game's at noon tomorrow. So on the
We'll know. Yeah.
No.
I'll have a chance for it.
Georgia had a tough loss the other day.
Yes, they
I
did.
wouldn't say tough loss. I just mean like a close, deflating loss.
And did you see how that happened?
I did not.
For everybody who got that line at 1.5, Georgia's down 3, and they got a chance to where they could tie the game. I think it already went over, so it would have been double overtime maybe. And the kid just didn't know time and score. So he just goes and gets a layup with less than a second left, and they lose by 1. It was brutal. A lot of people lost a lot of money on that, and, Georgia lost the game.
No, you got to get 2 before you get 3, apparently. That's what that guy was thinking. But it's hard to get a 2 and then get the ball back with 0.6 seconds left to try to win. Not ideal there. We also have for tomorrow a real banger in the morning of LSU and South Carolina. Just disgusting. That game is on SEC Network Plus. That belongs on Jefferson Pilot. Like that belongs on Lincoln Financial, going back to the days. So you got that one in South Carolina. There's going to be 8 fans there probably.
That's a rough one.
Yeah.
That's a tough watch.
Yeah. Saracen doesn't even have a line for it. That's how terrible it is. Texas and Oklahoma, can't call it the Red River Shootout, the Red River Rivalry, or whatever. Also a terrible watch between the 2 teams that are 3-5 and 1-7 in the SEC.
Cal thinks Oklahoma's about to get off the schneid.
He said that about every team. It's like,
I think if Texas wins that game, I'm inclined to believe that Texas might be turning it around.
Yeah.
They look good at Auburn. I mean, they lost, but they look good.
Yeah. Man, this is a disgusting slate. Mississippi State and Missouri.
See, but I like this. I like that there's no other games in the SEC that anyone cares about. And so it's like people are going to be fiending for Arkansas, Kentucky by the time it rolls around.
Yeah, but again, just 2 teams I could not care less to watch. Like, is Mississippi State the worst type of basketball team to watch? Like, if you had to watch a team in the SEC, are they the worst type of team to watch?
South Carolina's pretty bad.
Yeah, but at least they have like Michi Johnson.
Ole Miss is sneaky in this discussion. They're not fun to watch.
Well,
Ole Miss is not fun to watch. I mean, Mississippi State's got Hubbard.
Yeah,
and he's
true,
annoying,
yeah.
but he's he's good. He's fun to watch.
Speaking of Ole Miss, they go to Nashville and take on Vanderbilt in this one. So
that's not going to go well for them.
And then you have Auburn and Tennessee.
That's a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the night game? Was it like 8 p.m.?
7:30.
Okay.
On
So
ESPN.
I guess
it's following the Arkansas game.
That game will start at 8:15.
Yep, pretty much. And then for some reason, we have a Sunday SEC game because reasons of Alabama and Florida. Let's see, maybe Betty Ocko is going to continue on with his trek because they took him out of the All-Star voting for the G League, so he can't go back.
Yeah, he's got a vengeance about him now that he knows he's getting snubbed by the All-Star game.
Yep. So this game's going to be on ABC at noon down there in Gainesville. What a strange time.
Yeah. Did we ever figure out why they're doing that?
I'm sure it's something
cool,
stupid.
But
yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like, would you rather have a game on Sunday though? I can't remember the last time that wasn't an NCAA tournament game that Arkansas's ever played a basketball game on a Sunday.
I feel like Arkansas and Kentucky played a CBS game on a Sunday one time.
Yeah, back when it was the pregame for the Super Bowl. Yeah, but I'm saying that's how long it's been. Is like I just can't remember a time when that's happened. But yeah, 98. See, this is why we have Dudley over here. He's just reeling off stats stuff. He's like, why Cameron up your game, man? You got Dudley over here talking, just throwing out numbers and years and stuff. So, but anyways, that game, it's going to be played there down there in Florida. We're rooting against Alabama the rest of the way, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
Cool. Although it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world if they won that game and gave Florida a third loss.
It's good for Arkansas, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because you got to play both these teams on the road. Do you like Arkansas's chances better against Florida on the road or Alabama on the road this year?
Florida.
I do too.
That backcourt's limiting, man.
Yeah. I hate Coleman Coliseum or whatever it's called that Bama plays in. I just feel like it's such a terrible looking arena that's hard to win in. Yeah. It might be. I mean, at this point in time, if they keep getting these 10-day windows, that they're like, just another 10 days, just to see what happens and make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, Arkansas-Bama is going to be a great watch, though.
Oh, yeah.
Those 2 offenses are really good. It's a lot of firepower.
Wasn't it the year that Arkansas, must have last year, where Arkansas had a big lead and they were
another high scoring game, and down there,
Yeah, and then Bama outscored them like 18-4 or something like that in the final minute or something.
Yeah, that's never happened anywhere else before, luckily. But yeah, so you got a good SEC slate, and Arkansas can kind of take hold of a little bit there too. But man, just imagine at the end of January being 7-2 in the SEC in basketball. I mean,
7 January wins in the last 3 years combined, and they could have 7 this year. So I'll take it.
Our Januaries have been awful. I mean, it's just been absolutely awful. But that's changing now. It's going to have 7 wins and take care of business. And you're basically you're guaranteed to have a winning record. Well, I guess no guarantee, but you're going to have a winning record in the SEC for the first time also in over 3 years, which just doesn't make any sense. But that's just been the case so far. So, but it should be a lot of fun to go into that. Let's see, just make sure I didn't miss any other chats or anything, other bathroom talk that everybody wanted to get into before we get out of here. Let's see. Ryan, I saw this. Ryan says, y'all hear about Lou Holtz, prayers for him and his family. I heard he's in hospice. Yeah. So I hate to hear that. I know he's up there in years, but Hall of Fame coach, national championship winning coach. And, the guy kind of did it all. He wrote books. He coached in the NFL, coached in college. And then he was on, ESPN forever for I think it was college football final or whatever.
Yeah, him and Mark May. My childhood, I think of those dudes.
Yeah, Reese Davis, and then of course the Houston Lou Holtz, Mark May, number 5,
classic.
Yeah, I hate that man. Not Lou Holtz, a Houston Nut.
Gosh,
yeah. Got to clarify that because someone's going to clip that and it's be like, well, John hates people who are
John got worked up in the car the other day when Houston Nutt's name came up. I don't even remember how his name came up, but then for the next 5 minutes, John was just yelling at his steering wheel. I was like, geez.
You talk about my childhood was ruined from that man for just not winning as much as he should have, and then always blaming others. I see. We don't want to go back. We don't need to go down that road. We're happy times, happy vibes right now because we got a lot going on. Kingsley says going in next Tuesday for prep, next Wednesday and Thursday for surgery. ICU for another week of an observation. Jeez, man. Says going to need all of the prayer and a couple of bangers from the Inside Arkansas guys to get me through. Well, we're thinking about you, Kingsley.
Well, we got you, buddy.
Yeah,
man. Hate that. Hate hearing that.
A lot of T's and P's and good vibes going your way, man. That sucks.
Yeah, we'll do our part, man, and trying to keep it going here. So we'll do whatever we can to make it happen. But appreciate you tuning in, and thoughts and prayers are with you as well. This is Jeff says Mike DeCourcy just from Fox Sports. I forgot that guy still does this stuff. He said just released his March Madness brackets and has Arkansas as a 5 seed versus 12 seed Liberty in the Midwest bracket for what it's worth.
Okay,
where would Midwest be? St. Louis.
Surely,
probably.
Or Oklahoma, I guess. Oklahoma City would be.
Yeah, well, and the first weekend sites, they vary no matter what. But the second weekend in the Midwest would be Chicago.
Yeah.
That's one of them, right?
Yes.
I think it'd be Chicago.
Yeah. Listen, whatever it's going to be the worst for Arkansas. We just know we're going to have to go and end up in Portland for the first round. And then they're going to be like, we're going to send you to, what's the other one? What's the East Coast one? That's Tampa, which Tampa's actually would be kind of cool.
Buffalo.
Well, I'll talk about for the second weekend. But yes, no more Buffalo. Curtis has been banned from Buffalo. He just absolutely ticked off the entire city of Buffalo.
Yeah, I don't want to go back there.
Yeah. Great wings, though. But that's about it. That's about it. So again, folks, we're here live at Goat Lab Red, 1214 North Garland Avenue in Fayetteville. If you need a place to watch the game, because tickets are a hot commodity and kind of tough to come by this day. But that's great to see. It's great to see that there's no of these issues, because I was so fearful, and like we talked about, that Kentucky fans were going to buy up a bunch of tickets and we're going to see a bunch of stupid blue in Bud Walton Arena, because Hog fans are just like, I'd rather pay my mortgage this month and here's take out. Like, I don't want that. It's like, no, you need to be there at this. If there is ever a game, if you bought season tickets to Razorback basketball, you bought them for this game. This is the game you better show up to. So, and I'm not taking any excuses, but it should be a great crowd. I know tickets are hard to come by, but I'm hoping that, because we talked about, was it the top 5 games in attendance in Bud Walton? I don't know if this will be a top 5 game, but I kind of hope it's not, because then Kentucky fans will be like, see?
I can tell you what the announced attendance is going to be. 19,200.
Yep.
I hate that so much, too. I hate it so much. But, no, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So, well, guys, we do this. I didn't show. Any final thoughts before we roll out here from Goat Lab Red for today?
I just appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. That's pretty cool, man.
You guys are awesome.
Stuff.
We appreciate you.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Always good to come out here and talk a little bit of Razorback basketball, football, whatever, and looking forward to the game. So everybody enjoy, and make sure you tap in for the Pot the Palace post-game show afterwards. It should be a good time.
Yeah. Appreciate everybody, taking time out of your day, whether you came here for us or just happened to be here and we were here, whatever. Either way, definitely awesome. Looking forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. Other than that, let's have a great weekend. Banger episode of the Bombastic Podcast coming out at 3 p.m. Be on the lookout for that, and stay safe this weekend.
No, we appreciate each and every one of you that we're here at Goat Lab Red. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the chatters. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Appreciate everybody who supports us, and just appreciate. That's not really all it's about. It's appreciation. So it's going to be an awesome weekend, though. Be sure to tune into all the great stuff that we have here at Inside Arkansas, whether it's Pod at the Palace, the Bombastic Podcast, Inside Arkansas Live, the Inside Arkansas Recruiting Podcast as well with Dudley Dawson. We got it all going on right here, so be sure to subscribe. And if you need an awesome place to come and hang out, not only at lunchtime during the week, but pregame, during the game, postgame, be sure to do it at Goat Lab Red right here in Fayetteville, 1214 North Garland Avenue, right here in Fayetteville. So that'll do it for us today. For Andrew Ellis, Curtis Wilkerson, intern Cameron, Dudley Dawson, and all the great people here at Goat Lab Red. I am John Neighbors. Same sports show, same sports channel next Monday. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow for Pod at the Palace postgame show following Arkansas and Kentucky.